Now at 7:30 on WKYT this morning, workers at Jim Beam are now going on strike. We'll have the details coming up. And Governor Matt Bevin is not happy about the state Supreme Court rejecting his college budget cuts. Coming up, you'll hear from the governor. And a Good Samaritan in Jessamine County brought a purse to police that had nearly $10,000 in it. Hear why he did it, and all that's coming up on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. I'm Michelle Chamberlain. It is Saturday, October 15th, and what a day it is. Big Blue Madness tipped off last night. Keeneland is open today, and there's plenty of events going on. Meteorologist Mike Linden is back from his honeymoon, and he came home to what seems to be fantastic weather. Good morning.
Good morning, Michelle. We are certainly looking at what looks to be a great day out ahead of us. Starting this morning with a few spotty showers in southern Kentucky. Nothing major, but it is something that we are seeing this morning on the Defender radar network. As minimal as they are, we're seeing the showers really beginning to die off right now over Rockcastle County and close to the Mount Vernon area. But then in southern Kentucky, moving through Knox County, just south of the Hal Rogers Parkway there, again, some more spotty showers. Nothing major by any stretch. These are just some pesky rain showers to get your Saturday going. It really looks like as we head into the afternoon today that temperatures really begin to become the story. We'll see those temperatures work their way back into the upper 70s and the low 80s here the next few days. And coming up, I'll show you how long this warm run will last for.
Thank you, Mike. New this morning, Jim Beam workers are going on strike. Their contract was set to run out at midnight, and the last offer was rejected. WKYT's Mike Byers at our live desk this morning with more details. Mike?
Another round, same results for Jim Beam as its distillery workers in Kentucky have rejected another contract offer. Friday vote came hours before a looming strike at the world's largest bourbon producer. Officials say workers at Beam Distilleries in Claremont and Boston rejected a revised contract proposal by a wide margin. The company did not immediately respond to the latest vote. The current contract runs through Friday. Now, earlier in the week, union members voted overwhelmingly in favor of going on strike after rejecting the company's offer. The company came back with the revised offer. Now, a company spokesperson says they do not anticipate shortages of Jim Beam bourbon or other whiskeys made at the plants. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Governor Matt Bevin is disappointed with the state Supreme Court ruling on budget cuts. Bevin cut 2% from universities this year, saying the money was needed for state pensions. Now, the governor said he does not agree with the court's decision, but he won't ask it to reconsider.
This was a small $17.8 million that was in less than 1/3 of 1% of the state budget on an annual basis. So it was not something we were going to contest.
The governor's spokesperson says he will release the money to the schools once Franklin Circuit Court orders him to do it. Attorney General Andy Beshear says a hearing will be held Monday on a motion calling for the governor to release the money. More women accuse Donald Trump of inappropriate sexual behavior, and Hillary Clinton's campaign deals with thousands more leaked emails. Craig Boswell has the latest from the presidential campaign trail.
Hey, y'all.
Donald Trump paraded female supporters on stage during a rally in Charlotte.
Trump train!
He again insisted he did not act inappropriately toward female accusers who stepped forward this week.
I am a victim of one of the great political smear campaigns in the history of our country.
Two more accusers surfaced Friday. Summer Zervos was a contestant on Trump's reality show, The Apprentice, in 2006.
And he came to me and started kissing me open-mouthed as he was pulling me towards him.
Another woman told the Washington Post Trump reached up her skirt in the 1990s.
These allegations are 100% false. They're made up. They never happened.
I take absolutely no satisfaction in what is happening on the other side with my opponents. It hurts our country. It hurts our democracy. It sends terrible messages.
But Hillary Clinton has her own challenges.
WikiLeaks released thousands more emails it claims were hacked from the account of Clinton campaign chair John Podesta.
In one, former Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm suggested Clinton should bus tables at Denny's or work behind the counter at McDonald's to prove she's not out of touch with working Americans. Another official advised Clinton to apologize for using a private email server, calling apologies Clinton's Achilles heel. Still another urged Clinton to find an emotional connection, to be bold and not politically calculating. WikiLeaks claims it has more than 50,000 emails. Craig Boswell, CBS News, the White House.
Clinton and Trump face off for their third and final debate Wednesday evening in Las Vegas. A man now faces charges in a deadly hit-and-run accident from 5 years ago. According to our news partners at the Lexington Herald-Leader, a Fayette County grand jury indicted Kevin Wiley. Wiley is charged with leaving the scene of an accident and failure to render assistance. Police say in November of 2011, Wiley's car hit and killed 56-year-old Raymond Shields on Bryan Avenue. New this morning, 6 people are in the hospital after a crash in Wayne County. Dispatchers tell us the accident happened yesterday evening at 6 on Highway 90 near the Pulaski County line. Dispatchers say one person was airlifted to UK Hospital while 5 others were taken to the Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital. We do not know their conditions this morning. Police are still investigating how this crash happened. Police are also looking for a man accused of targeting businesses with a deceptive scheme. Police in Adair County say the man gives a cashier money, then asks for change equaling more than what was given originally. The man has been hitting multiple subways in Columbia and Danville. Police say he has gotten away with $70. The most recent incident took place at the Circle R drive-in on Wednesday. Now, surveillance footage caught the man taking money out of a children's fundraiser jar. Police say this is a very complicated scheme.
What they do is they try to confuse the cashier by handing them different denominators to change out, and then they'll confuse them to the point where they may get anywhere from $10 to $100.
Police believe the man may be from out of town, and cashiers believe the man is around 5'11" and weighs about 160. He also has a beard. A Jackson County community is coming together to help the people of North Carolina recover from Hurricane Matthew. Brothers Marvin and David Wilder are collecting donations for the flood victims in North Carolina. A trailer is parked behind the Jackson County Vocational School, collecting anything from cleaning supplies, water, and canned food. It will be open all weekend long for donations. Marvin Wilder is encouraging everyone to get out and donate.
To everybody that can hear this, please donate, because someday it may be you. And if you've not went through this, you don't know what it's like.
The trailer will move to Berea on Monday, Mount Vernon on Tuesday, and then head to North Carolina. We have a list of drop-off locations on our website, WKYT.com. And we have some good news to report this morning. A Nicholasville man is being honored for a great deed. Nicholasville police say a man returned a purse with $8,000 in cash after it had been reported missing. Police say the man does not want to be identified. Police also say a woman left her purse in a shopping cart at Ollie's Bargain Outlet on Wednesday. Now, the man returned the bag to police with all the money still in the bag. One employee says the woman was really shaken up when she lost her purse.
Yeah, it kind of bothered me all day because, the poor woman, I mean, she was physically shaking and totally distraught, like she lost her best friend. And then found out that she was paying a loan off and was on her way, I guess, to wherever to pay it off, and just not thinking, left the purse inside her shopping cart.
Wow, police say the woman tried to reward the man, but he told her he did not do it for a reward. He did it because it was the right thing to do. If you're looking for something new to try, there's a new restaurant on UK's campus. A Taste of France is now open in the atrium of the newly renovated Gatton College of Business and Economics. UK officials say it serves everything from espresso-based coffee to French-inspired pastries and other European cafe options. Now let's take a look at what's going on today around Central Kentucky. The 10th annual Strut Your Smile fashion show will happen tonight starting at 6 at the Manchester Music Hall here in Lexington. The event raises thousands of dollars to support care for residents who are victims of domestic violence. It costs $15 for UK students and $20 for everyone else. Over in Nicholasville, it is the second annual Yes Ma'am 5K race. It starts this morning at 9 at the R.J. Corman Railroad Group. Gates are already open. WKYT's Amber Philpott is the MC for the event, and the race benefits the Yes Ma'am program at St. Joseph Hospital, which gives mammograms to people who are uninsured. And over in Frankfort is the medieval experience you won't ever forget. It's called Days of Nights, and it will be at Cove Spring Archery Park starting at 10 o'clock this morning. Days of Nights brought in 5,000 people back in 2012. Now, it is an historical recreation of life by our ancestors between the years 1000 and 1600. There will also be demonstrations of jousting, archery, and other skills. It is supposed to last all day long. Your time now is 7:39 on the set.
We are looking at what looks to be a sunny weekend out ahead of us as we get started this morning. A few clouds, but coming up, I'll show you how warm and sunny things should look the rest of the weekend.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Mike Linden.
Well, as we get started here on Saturday morning, we're finding a few spotty showers out there, but overall things are looking really nice as we get into our afternoon. Right now on the Defender Radar Network, we're seeing the showers really beginning to die down. We look at the Rockcastle County area where over the past 15 minutes, really, we've seen the showers go from kind of scattered to way isolated, now pushing into Mount Vernon. We look at Knox County as well and Clay counties. Things are really beginning to die down as well. These are just pesky, very small in the grand scheme of things, rain showers as we get going here on Saturday morning. And as we widen out the image here on the big picture, we're just not seeing very much of anything across the Ohio Valley. So overall, things are really shaping up to both look and feel really nice for us here as we head into Saturday afternoon. Here's a look at your temperatures. Most spots working their way back into the upper 70s for daytime highs out there today. Remember, normal for this time of year, the middle of October, is right around the mid-60s. So hey, we'll take that 77 degrees, and we might even see temperatures go warmer than that here the next few days. Now, this is your hour-by-hour forecast as to what it's going to look like here for the next couple of days. We'll start you off at right around 8 o'clock, about a half an hour from now, and watch what happens as we work our way into the afternoon. The thicker clouds begin to peel away, really giving us what looks to be a mostly sunny afternoon for us. Now, you might see some scattered showers as we work our way into the middle of our day today, but overall things are looking very nice for us here over the next few hours. So today, if you're heading to Keeneland, if you're planning on being outdoors, things are really shaping up to be quite nice for you. It isn't until tomorrow that we start to see some changes. A cold front to our north begins to work its way into the United States, but overall, most of that's going to stay well to the north of us, over the Great Lakes. That means all of the rain showers and the cooler air isn't going to get anywhere close to Kentucky moving into Sunday and into Monday. That means temperatures will continue to warm up as we work our way into Monday and Tuesday, back into the lower 80s in some spots out there. But that will be short-lived because as we get into Tuesday, we head right back in the other direction. Cold air coming in from the northwest, although this time it will work its way into the bluegrass. We'll see temperatures go all the way from the low 80s into Tuesday and Wednesday, falling all the way back into the low 60s for daytime highs. Look at that on Friday. Overnight lows falling back into the upper 40s and daytime highs in the low 60s. A roller coaster ride of temperatures and conditions here on the 7-day forecast, but at least looking at the next 4 days, that includes the weekend, things are looking really nice for us. Today and tomorrow, well above normal in the upper 70s, and we continue to see warmth from there. Temperatures back into the lower 80s to kick off Monday and Tuesday. It isn't until Wednesday, Michelle, that the big changes arrive as temperatures head back in the other direction. It seems that Mother Nature just isn't letting us have a stretch of normal. Everything has just been wacky. And it
hey,
looks
that's
like,
okay. I like this warmer weather.
You know, especially if you're heading out to Keeneland, which is open now. I mean, that's the kind of weather you want, right? Hopefully it brings you good luck. The upper 70s.
That's what we all ask for. Good luck at Keeneland, right?
Yeah, if only I had more of that when I go there. It does not work out well for me.
Oh, come on. You should use those betologists. They're very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I never end up doing
luck?
well. Nope.
Okay.
That's why I've got to enjoy the weather today, because the upper 70s in the middle of October, I mean, you really got to take advantage.
Okay, sounds good. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, you'll see a clip of Newsmakers.
Good morning. I'm Bill Bryant. Lexington Mayor Jim Gray talks about his U.S. Senate race and why he thinks he can win. A preview of Kentucky Newsmakers is coming up.
Coming up, the day's headlines, plus installing the information superhighway. 150 years after the first transatlantic cable, we'll take you aboard as a new line is installed. See what it means for you.
And The Simpsons will make TV history this weekend. Ahead of its 600th episode, we'll show you how this cartoon short rose to become a cultural phenomenon.
All that plus your eye-opener, the dish, and music in our Saturday session just ahead on CBS This Morning, Saturday.
Good morning. I'm Bill Bryant, and we're glad you're here with us on WKYT. The pace is quickening in Kentucky's U.S. Senate race with just over 3 weeks to go before the election. Lexington Mayor Jim Gray is the Democrat trying to take down Republican Senator Rand Paul on November 8th. Gray appears with me for a wide-ranging Kentucky Newsmakers interview where he talks about a lot of issues, including why he says Paul abandoned Kentucky when he ran for president.
There's a lot going on with the voters today, and there's a lot of turbulence in this race. I don't think we've ever seen a campaign really like this one before, at least in my lifetime. So what I hear from voters is, and what I hear from the people around Kentucky is, they care about Kentucky. They care about our state. They really care about their economic security. They care about jobs. And that's why my campaign has been all about jobs. It's been all about how we're going to create an economy that grows at greater than a 1.5% pace a year. The middle class, Bill, and you know this, the middle class is the backbone of America, a rising middle class. And this is why in my campaign, I have put together a plan that's based on building America back, building infrastructure in America. That's building roads and bridges, of course, highways, but also infrastructure for a modern economy, high-speed internet that accesses all of our state. And my plan also includes building advanced manufacturing, building small businesses, which all leads to building the middle class. It's just so important. It's just so important that we focus on giving people opportunity. That's what we've done in Lexington. That's what I've done all my life in my business sector experience. So, pulling it all together, I say we need a senator that focuses on Kentucky, that focuses on Kentucky jobs, and not spending his time running for president.
Do you find, as you travel the Commonwealth, that people give you a fair hearing, or is this such a red-leaning state at this point that people are more prone to go send a Republican to that Senate seat?
I think that's what some people, especially you hear that in the press, but that is not what I hear when I travel Kentucky. What I hear when I travel Kentucky is they want a senator who is thinking about reaching across the aisle, not a partisan senator. Someone who is willing to say, not every Democratic idea is a good one, and not every Republican idea is a bad one. We need to reach across the aisle. People are tired of the gridlock and the dysfunction in Washington. That's what I hear more than anything.
As you criticize Senator Paul for running for president and investing his time in that race, he says that he did not abandon Kentucky, that he did show up for votes in Washington, and that it made him a known national brand that can only benefit Kentucky.
Well, he missed 70–80% of his committee hearings. This is a senator who was focused on the presidential campaign almost as soon as he was sworn into the Senate. 3 months after he was sworn into the Senate, he was in the cornfields of Iowa and the coffee shops of New Hampshire. Now, admittedly, he was then campaigning for his father, but it was a preparation for his own race. This is a senator who has represented not Kentuckians, but his own personal ambitions.
Now, we are attempting to schedule Senator Paul for Kentucky Newsmakers as well before the election. You can see the full interview with Gray when Kentucky Newsmakers airs tomorrow morning at 6 on WKYT or on its repeat tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the CW Lexington. And I'll see you next week on WKYT This Morning. I'm Bill Bryant, and we'll be right back.
Good morning. We're doing a little Facebook Live here. I'm trying to figure out how to turn it off.
Yeah,
I cannot do that.
People are getting an extended look here.
They're watching both, right?
Yeah, two-screen experience.
So take a look at this. A dog in Chicago walks himself by just holding his leash.
His name is Sporty, and of course he's a golden retriever. You knew that. He's a former agility and championship show dog, and he's been in Chicago Magazine and New York Magazine showing off his popularity.
Oh, that was pretty
that
good.
One's on the nose. His owner says if anyone is uncomfortable, he's never too far away and just puts his leash on himself. I think we can all agree Sporty is a pretty good dog.
That's pretty impressive. And today's going to be a great day to walk your dog, right?
Oh, my dogs love days like today. I mean, it's perfect weather. Temperatures back into the upper 70s, closing in on the low 80s tomorrow, and it looks likely that we'll get there into Monday and Tuesday as well. Mostly sunny, really good looking, and only a small chance for some showers out there. We're getting rid of those right now, though. overall, if you're heading out to Keeneland or if you have any outdoor plans, things are just shaping up to be awesome for you.
And we're still Facebook Living.
Yeah, everyone's still there.
Have a great weekend, everyone. See you tomorrow morning.